Hi everyone, Renee here. Today we're making chocolate covered strawberries. Yummy! Valentine's Day is coming up, but I make it a few times a year actually. I do it for the grandkids. You can do this anytime for a loved one or granny or grandchildren love them. They're so delicious and they're very easy. This is just going to be 3 ingredients today: milk chocolate, almond, white chocolate bark, and organic strawberries. You don't have to use organic strawberries if you don't want to. You can just use regular strawberries. These are 16-ounce pound of strawberries approximately. They've just been rinsed off very carefully and just set on a paper towel to dry. Like I said, we all know how costly they are at the supermarkets, and they're so easy to do, and everybody loves them. Chocolate covered strawberries. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to heat the chocolate today, because I've got a little crock, a dipping crock, but you might not have that. So I'm going to show you just an easy double broiler, just to put a couple things together to do that. I've done it forever, many years, doing it just with a pan and either a little tiny saucepan and a little glass pan, or just a little tin pan. Just basically called a double broiler. Very easy to do, and I'll show you both ways because, like I said, I've got both, so I want you to see it. We're going to do the white almond bark in the double broiler that we made. Like I said, very easy. Ooh, I've got it on. We got the water cooking. The biggest thing with this is you don't want the water to touch your bowl. You don't want the water to touch your bowl because it'll burn the chocolate. So have it down in the very bottom, probably about an inch or two, a couple inches. And we've got this on simmer, and you can do it kind of a medium simmer and then turn it down to a simmer. And we're going to let this melt. But like I said, the most important part is don't let the water touch the bottom of your glass. And you don't have to use a glass. I've just got it so you can kind of see the water in there better today. But you can just use a little tin bowl, like a cooking bowl that you mix your cake mixes and stuff in. You can use that too. Anything that can take the heat. And here we're just heating our milk chocolate up. It's just about 12 ounces of milk chocolate. You can use dark chocolate if you'd like. It's whatever you like. And I happen to have it. You don't have to use this, but it's just a wax, a cooking wax. All it does is make them a little bit more fancier, a little shinier. I had it, so I just scraped off a couple and put it in to melt. Like I said, that's optional. You don't have to do that. They're going to turn out just perfect if you don't have it. It's just a cooking wax. And we've got this started and heating up to melt our milk chocolate. In here we just have a Ziploc bag that we're just going to cut with some scissors, just very tiny in the bottom, to put the almond bark in. And I'll show you how to do that. Make it all fancy if you want it. You don't have to. That's optional. You can just dip the milk chocolate. My daughter, she just likes them dipped in milk chocolate. She doesn't care for the swirly fancy white over top of them. So you don't even need to do the white chocolate if you want to. You can just do, I've got some people that like the white chocolate and some people that just like them dipped in the milk chocolate. So we're going to do both today. As you can see, the paraffin wax, the cooking wax, is starting to melt. And like I said, that's optional. You don't have to use that. I just had it on hand, so I put it in. This is all starting to melt nicely. Just stir it up once in a while. And my double broiler's melting nicely too. Just like I said, this is 2 different ways you can melt your chocolates. I said just be careful that, see, it's boiling down there. You can see a little bit. Well, now it's starting to melt pretty good, but you just don't want the water to touch the bottom of your bowls, whatever you use, because that can tend to burn it. So you just want it down low far enough that it's just simmering it, getting it warm enough to melt. So this is 2 different methods and 2 great methods. And remember, if you don't have this or don't want to do the double broiler method, you can always just put your chocolates in a microwave safe bowl and put them in the microwave just a couple minutes, 60 seconds to to 2 minutes. And that's just as easy too. And dip them in like a pretty deep bowl, and you can do it that way also. Okay, our vanilla almond bark is already melted. As you can see how nice and creamy wonderful that is. That literally only took a couple minutes, about the time it would take to just put it and nuke it in the microwave. And this was just about 4 ounces, because we're not going to use a lot. This is just a drizzle over the chocolate covered strawberries, just to make that pretty little drizzle. And it's, like I said, about 4 ounces. And this doesn't take any time at all. It doesn't really make much of a mess. Okay, and my tip for today is, I do this a lot. I go to the local donation store. You know the one I'm talking about. And I got this little gadget, this little beauty for $1.99. So I do it all the time. It's a great deal. And as you can see, it works great just to do our dipping. You can do cheese fondues with this. I'm going to do strawberries at Christmas time. We always do we call it reindeer poop. That is one of our famous. We can dip those in it. It's wonderful. Okay, looks like our chocolate is melted perfect. It looks great. Just make sure after you rinse your strawberries, you blot them really good and make sure they're nice and dry to be dipped. So we're almost ready to dip, and all I have is a skewer to dip the strawberry. Okay, we put the strawberry on the skewer, and we're just going to dip it carefully, kind of all the way up. Just make it nice and pretty, and just have a nice little tray to put it on, a glass tray or whatever you like. And we're just gonna set it on the tray. Voila! We're gonna do the rest of these and plate them up. Okay, our strawberries have all been dipped, and they've went in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes to cool, so they're ready to get some vanilla almond bark drizzle on them. I'm going to do some with and some without. Like I said, these are nice and cooled. This is cooled for about 20 minutes. So as you can see, it's still nice and creamy, but it's cooled down. And we're just going to put it in this and do a little clip off the edge here. And we're just going to use a baggie to do them. Okay, all we did, like I said, is put the vanilla almond bark in here. We just put it in here and clip the little end there, just very, very lightly, and just squeeze a little. We like a lot. It's so easy. So easy. And you just squeeze it over it like that. Just do an S. And we like a lot. Put as much on as you want. It's absolutely delicious. So I did some with and some without. Like I said, it makes a mess. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Just a little tiny, tiny hole in the bottom, and just make an S all the way down. Just S. Just all the way down, drizzle it. And however it turns out, it's going to be delicious. Okay, we plated these up. Look how pretty those are. So easy, and it doesn't matter how they turn out. You can make them just as you want. They're going to be delicious. And like I said before, you know how pricey these are at the store. They are very, very pricey. And my daughter likes them without. So those are hers. They just came out of the fridge for about 5 minutes. I put them in there for about 5 minutes and plated them up. And they are gorgeous. We like a lot of drizzle. But like I said, you can't drizzle them wrong. I know I didn't show you on the video, but you just do an S and squiggle it around. It doesn't matter how they turn out. They're going to be pretty. As you can see, they are not perfect. But they're pretty, and they're going to be delicious. And this is for later. These are a couple little crumbs that I'll eat later after I plated them. But this is how they turn out, and they turn out perfect every time. It's not hard to do, and like I said, you can do it anytime, and what a wonderful gift that you give somebody. I've got some people in mind for these. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Happy cooking and baking.